The annual allowance is the limit on the total amount of contributions that can be paid into all of your pension schemes each year while still receiving tax relief. So I've been helping people use the brilliant, completely legal tax breaks available to pensions over the last 30 years. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on these tips. So in this video, I thought it might be helpful to give you an overview and talk through the UK pension annual allowance for the current tax year, i.e. 23-24. So you have a simple summary just in one place. The annual allowance is the limit on the total amount of contributions that can be paid into all of your pension schemes each year while still receiving tax relief. So for the 23-24 tax year, the annual allowance is currently set at £60,000. That's up from £40,000 in the previous tax year. Now, although that's the limit, if you make a personal contribution, tax relief is limited to the higher of 100% of your UK taxable earnings, that's salary, not dividends, or £3,600. So, for example, if your salary is £10,000, that is your personal pension contribution limit, even if you also have dividends of £50,000. Company contributions are also counted towards the annual allowance. However, these contributions aren't specifically linked to your salary. Company contributions are usually considered an allowable business expense for the company, so it reduces the corporation tax liability. For business owners, the key point is to ensure that the total contributions, both personal and company, don't exceed the annual allowance. If you're a higher earner with total income over £200,000, that's salary, dividends, any other income, you might be subject to the tapered annual allowance. Now, this works by reducing your annual allowance based on your adjusted income. And if your adjusted income exceeds £260,000, your annual allowance reduces. It could be down to as low as £10,000 if you earn £360,000 or more. It's a complicated subject, so I'll cover it in more detail in a future video. It's important that you consult with a financial advisor to understand how these limits apply to your specific circumstances, especially if there's some complexity between your personal and your company contributions. Now, carry forward is something you can use if you haven't used your full annual allowance in the last 3 tax years. It allows you to pay increased contributions in the current tax year because you're bringing forward unused relief. So if you're someone who's already accessed your pension, maybe you've taken your tax-free cash and started drawing an income, the reduced money purchase annual allowance will apply to you. Now, that's set at £10,000 for 23-24, and obviously it restricts the amount you can contribute to your personal pension or your SIP. And finally, the lifetime allowance. The lifetime allowance tax charge has been removed from the 6th of April 2023, and the lifetime allowance is being abolished from the 6th of April 2024. However, although the lifetime allowance has been removed, the maximum tax-free cash amount remains frozen at £268,275 for the 23-24 tax year, i.e. 25% of the lifetime allowance. Hope that makes sense. I know this can be a little confusing. Well done if you're still with me. If you've got any questions, please just drop them in the comments below, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next time.